everyone, welcome to the Mr. Ben Show, and welcome to another reaction video. That's what this is. We are gonna watch the Xbox Developer Direct. It's a couple hours since it went live, but I've been able to stay offline until right now. I had to drive to the dispensary. I woke up and I was like, I'm out of weed. I'm not gonna not have weed, so I'm gonna go do that first. But yeah, we're here. We know that a few things are going to be here. Doom Eternal, South of Midnight, and fuck, there was another game. Is it Claire Obscura or something like that? No. Expedition 33, something like that. Yeah, and then there's a mystery game. The leaks, rumors say that it's a legendary Japanese franchise, or maybe Xbox said that specifically. I really don't know what that could be. I assume it could be something like Persona, Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden. I don't know what else would be a legendary. I guess like fuck. What's Xbox and Japan, what do you see together? I mean, maybe another FromSoft game? Tenshu? I don't know. I don't really have a lot of expectations for what that game is, but I am excited for it. I am mostly excited to see South of Midnight. That's like the biggest question mark. So yeah. I'll clap it over. You've been hearing the music and stuff like that. Maybe you haven't. I'll just edit the music out. But now there's music. Skip it on through. And where are we at? Where are we at? Keep going. There we are. Bam. Here we go. Are in development. Yes. Enjoy the show. Why, thank you. I will try. Should try cleaning up this desk a little bit while everything gets ready. I feel like there's a giant cluttered mess around me. We're at id. Four games. Oh yeah, I rolled a joint. Fuck yeah, dude. I rolled a joint in the parking lot on the way here. I realized I didn't have a lighter. I was like, I'll just save it when I get home. Save it for the Xbox thing. Now it won't come out of the fucking... Here we go. Xbox Game Publishing. Waves. South of Midnight. I don't know. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ninja Gaiden.
Konnichiwa, 超えてくもゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様に
Oh yeah, dude, there's the music too.
発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。
Empty beer bottle
ご覧ください。
Gotta rinse them out, put them in my can box or my bottle box, whatever it's called. Holy shit.
Wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted.
It's like Tokyo Gotham.
Ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained.
It is weird to do a new Ninja Gaiden when there's already one coming out this year. This is a 3D one. Oh, it's the same dude too. Okay. We got some synergy.
Commencing mission.
Fucking platinum? What? Okay. Okay. Oh.
No escape.
Just looks. This is my jam. This is my jam. Definitely won't be as good, but we'll give it a good old college try, that's for sure. Platinum working on a Ninja Gaiden is...
Ryu Hayabusa.
It is Ryu! Oh, you get to do both. So that wasn't Ryu, that was the dude from the new game. From the Blasphemous team. What is that called? Rampage? Ninja Gaiden Rampage? Oh, you can fire Ryu.
I will execute my mission.
Fuck yeah, dude. They're just calling it 4.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。
My mind immediately jumped to an amiibo.
敵に挑むハイスピードアクション、忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
Cool.
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜ハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜ハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか。
Patrick, my podcast co-host, was supposed to be here today.
任務は必ず成し遂げる。
Because of doing shows and
黒竜
stuff.
がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都
We were
東京が
supposed
舞
to
台
do the
となっていま
podcast.
す。
I think we're gonna do it Saturday now.
この雨は
He
黒
got
竜
in
が
a
まだ生
fender
きている
bender
証
though,
であ
so
り、
he's borrowing the car
雨が
from
止
his
まない限り
girlfriend.
東京に安寧
It's
は
all
訪れません。
pain. Those look so fucking sick, dude. This is gonna be hard as hell. I mean, it's Platinum making it, but
対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京
I've
黒竜を
never
倒し
been good at
この世界を
Ninja
晴らすため
Gaiden.
戦いに身を投じます。
Fucking 50-50 grind with your
忍者
soaps.
ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として
Forgot about the
呪いや
joint.
混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環
It's
境
like
全体が
Arkham
プレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
And fucking soap grinds, dude. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。 これら以外にもさまざまなシチュエーションや
Grapple
チャレン
looks
ジ
cool.
隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上
I
がってい
haven't
く
been
テン
able
ショ
to
ンに
tell
も
if he was
驚いていただけ
grappling
ると
on
思いま
like
す。
certain grapple points or if he could like whip it out anywhere, you know? I don't know
新し
who
い
that
主人
is.
公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂
I
点、
mean, the art's
竜
fucking
と
sick,
肩を並べ
dude.
る次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
Fuck yeah, dude.
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、
Hell yeah,
目
it
にも
does.
止まらぬスピードで敵との
Combat
攻防を繰り
against
広げる
enemies
ことができ
occurring
ま
at
す。
breakneck speed.
さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によって、
Oh, it's like the Mortal Blade, that's
進
sick.
化した一対
I mean, obviously you have more movement, but
ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。
the fucking regular combat is so hard in this game. But like, as a kid, the first time I went against the Ninja Gaiden boss, I just gave up. It's like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. I mean, now that I play Souls games and stuff, I really want to go back.
バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。
He's also in Rampage,
例え
though.
ばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの
Hey, Rampage looks fucking sick,
それらが
too.
持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて
We got 2D and 3D Ninja Gaiden back. That's fucking crazy, dude.
滅却、熱技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、
Please let this be one of the good Platinum games.
そのバリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。
That's the thought that just ran through my head. It's like, oh yeah, Platinum has some misses.
そして竜ハヤブサの双方で
And Hideki Kamiya's not there anymore.
シリーズ同じ
Platinum's been like kind of weird
新アクション
lately.
を織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高い
I mean, I'm fine with Platinum becoming more of a support studio.
スピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、
They're really good at
進化した正
supporting,
当続
like
編を作り上げる
near
べく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
Bayonetta.
容赦ない敵と
I
の
mean, Bayonetta is
攻防にも
mostly them, right?
フェアに
Nintendo just
戦える手
publishes
触り
it.
をヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリ
Oh,
ーズ
like
ファンはもちろん
Babylon's
の
Fall,
こと、
man.
忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる
I
作
know
品になっており
people
ますので、
people did like that
ぜひ
Cereza
発売をお待
game.
ちください。
I know it
長年
wasn't
にわた
like
ってプラチナゲームズさんと
a
共に
crazy
まさに
hit,
忍者のように
but
潜ん
like
で忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、
it spoke
つ
to
いに
some
発表する
people.
ことができて非常に嬉しく思います。
It reviewed well.
2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽し
Fall
みにしています。
2025.
続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Sick. Game Pass 2. Boom.
さて本日
Boom.
の発表はそれだけでは
That
ありま
was
せん。
the big thing of last time. It was like, dude, there's no fucking Game Pass representation in any of this shit that you're showing me. It was like, is Game Pass over? I don't get it. Dude, this is sick. What a big get. Oh, dude, if they do like remasters of the old ones too, is that what they're showing me? Because like, when's the last time you've been able to play like, I don't know, any of? I guess they're all backwards compatible, right? Now this looks like new shit. Maybe not though. Maybe this is all old shit. Not getting a lot of I already forgot his name. Yakumo.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
It is a remake, dude. That's fucking sick. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に
Yeah.
Xbox 360で発売し、バイオレンスな表現と
That's the one that I remember, I think.
皆様にお楽しみいただいた
I definitely had
本
to.
作忍者ガイデン
But
2
maybe my memory is of
オリジナル版の表
Black.
現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、
Original Black,
忍者ガイデン
not 2
2の完
Black.
全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、リュウハヤブサに加え、アヤネ、モミジ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして Xbox ゲームパスでこの後すぐに発売となります。忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうご
So
ざ
I
いま
know
す。
Team Ninja and Platinum are doing it. Is Xbox not publishing this? No, they are! They're publishing games. That's crazy. Black today. That's sick, dude. Fuck yeah. I wonder if they'll have one more thing. I don't expect them to, but for them to go off the bat with that, it makes me think. I'm really excited for this game.
Hi,
Fuck all the haters, dude.
Here in Montreal, Canada.
Like,
At our studio,
we
care
happy
about
few is
robots,
whatever.
and we treat
It
the
was,
setting almost like a character of its
you
own.
know, it was more
From the
hype
magical North
than Holler or
contrast
whatever.
to the alternate history of
But
being
I liked
we
contrast
draw
back in the day.
inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For
I
South
love
Midnight, our
weird
third-person
art
action
style
adventure
shit,
game,
dude.
The story and characters bring a folkloric
Look at the
South to life.
stop motion.
This gave us
Yeah.
a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
Yeah, I really like it. It definitely needs some tuning. I think the character models being stop motion,
As long as you didn't forget the flashlight and batteries.
well, the other things were.
5 minutes. Let's go.
Maybe the rain's not stop motion.
Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be.
That's what I'd
You
want.
didn't waste all that time.
I would want it to not be, and then the
You want
characters
to bring
to
this
be
up right now.
to stick out, right?
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
What the fuck? You just gonna break that and walk away? It's what you get for
Hazel may start
knocking
her
off
journey as
the
a typical
pickles.
19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
It's
The
like the
land
sands
itself
of time.
chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures
It does
from old
look
folktales
it does look
exist.
like it's gonna be pretty linear, which is fine. Not everything needs to be open
Among
world.
them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes
I
both the guide
do
and companion to Hazel across the
worry about combat and it getting stuck in the idea of battle arenas. A lot of the combat we have seen has been in these
around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels.
battle arena-esque things.
and
We haven't seen a lot of like just
Her magic abilities
good
manifest with
enemy
supernatural
placement
lace-like
in
patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on
like I get why you
As her
wouldn't just
journey
have enemies
unfolds,
placed
Hazel
everywhere
will master new weaving
because you
abilities,
want to focus
using
on this
them to
movement and
traverse the
stuff,
world, conjure objects,
but it's
and confront
definitely
adversaries.
okay. Now this still
is
looks
about
pretty
understanding and adapting to different
battle
enemy archetypes
arena-esque.
known as aints. The manifestations of
Like, why is that all
Hazel
gated
encounters.
off?
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying
Trap
them in the
8.
process.
Yeah.
Each aint has its own unique
I
moveset,
don't
strengths,
know
and
how I
weaknesses that you need to
that.
learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical
I don't
advantage
know.
during a fight. Timing
I'm
is
so-
everything.
I'm excited for this game, but I don't know. That worries me. It being just like battle arenas,
Then,
dude.
press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios.
I spent a long time on this
Facing
game,
multiple types of opponents at the same
and
time. Once near death,
we're
enemies
doing
can
battle
be
arenas,
unraveled,
you know.
breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and
See,
make them
and they're
feel
all on
more rewarding.
cooldowns.
The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
I don't know if it's fast if you have things on cooldowns, man.
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a
That's
mythical
cool
creature
looking.
with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
There's still a lot of
person would do that to someone?
indie game
We designed each
motifs,
region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it.
and they're not an
From the
indie game
atmospheric
studio
environment
anymore.
to unique music themes composed for each one.
Like the Echoes thing reminds me of like Tacoma or Vanishing of Ethan Carter or
Our boss encounters
I don't know any
also
other.
reflects the uniqueness of each
I mean, I guess
creature,
it's not
with
just
distinct
those like
mechanics that
Sekiro
center
has
around a
like some
specific
form of that, right? In a couple of
These
spots,
encounters
but
feature multiple phases
I don't know
rank up in
that the
complexity.
battle arenas.
As the encounters progress, the
That
musical
area,
theme
that
builds up,
that
cranking
Dark
the
Souls
tension alongside the fight.
cave area look cool. These boss fights look thick.
or Hugging Molly.
These are very
Each of
soulsy,
these larger-than-life
which is my
creatures is
jam.
inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long
I don't like
journey
cooldowns.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired
The
landscapes.
character art's so
From
cool.
abysmal swamps
I love
to
that,
flooded farmlands,
like,
to the
southern, dilapidated, like,
in our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away.
no, that's
from
where my
hungry
family's
world.
from, you know?
And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward
Little Rock,
fantastical.
Arkansas.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep
Not
South
other than,
fill
like,
our
Paris,
world, and our
Texas,
team
but-
has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see
Words,
through
because
old
my mom
abandoned
felt
buildings and
crafty.
businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet
That's
locals
why
who
there's
stayed
bottles
behind
on the
even in
tree.
face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style.
Definitely.
But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation.
It
which allows
definitely
our team to bring a distinct
feels
personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual
hand-drawn.
interpretation,
Just
we
like-
embrace the freedom to reimagine these
or at
creatures
least
and their
hand-sculpted,
stories,
like,
to adapt how they look and to craft
stop
our own
motion.
version of a fantastical Deep South.
Like, it feels like somebody's physically moving limbs and taking a
Compulsion
picture.
games, we love
And
to
I
craft
love that.
around central themes.
It doesn't get in the way, at least in my opinion. I don't, whatever. Most of the haters aren't even complaining about that shit. Most of the haters are complaining because you're a black woman and you're fucking have all of these proud women leading this game, you know? Like, fuck all that shit. Stupid cunts. This game, it looks sick. There's a couple of things that I don't know about, but, yeah. I'm excited. Let's get Xbox a win. Let's get Compulsion a win, dude. Like, and We Happy Few was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was okay. But,
Bonjour, everyone.
It's been like 8 years,
We are
dude.
Sunfall Interactive.
It's
and
been
welcome
so
to our
long
channel.
since We Happy Few. They put out a lot of DLC for that game too, though.
We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
I did get it right, yeah.
It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure
Ben
in
Star.
game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech.
That's a sick figure.
Refreshed the genre with new features and took place in a compelling world.
The YouTube
I knew I
compression.
needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements.
Were they
A story
paying
with
you?
great emotional depth.
What do you mean you quit your
Gameplay
job?
that innovates.
Like,
with a
when
classic
indie devs say that shit, I'm just like, what do
and
you
a world
mean?
that is completely
Who's
original,
funding
beautiful,
you?
and immersive. We founded Central Interactive on these tenets.
I didn't
A
hear
group
about
of
this
friends
shit
with
until
a
way
shared
late,
vision
so it wasn't
and
like
the drive to make
crowdfunded.
something great.
When did Xbox step in and be like, hey, money?
This too is your legacy. Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours.
She's not French.
And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a
strong
monolith appeared with
American
no warning.
accent.
Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith.
They all speak
Everyone
really
who has
good
passed that
English,
age
so
is erased. Every
I don't
year, that
know.
number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on
I
good
really
versus
like the
evil.
art style.
What's interesting to
It
us
being
are
turn-based.
people who, yes, are flawed, but
I
care
don't
deeply about
know.
each other, and conflicts arise because they have
I don't
different
know.
perspectives on what needs to be done.
I have like
I'm sorry about it.
a certain amount of patience
We
for
wanted our story
turn-based,
to feel dark and mature, with adult
especially
characters who
for
feel like real
punishing
people with
turn-based,
real experiences.
where you have to like,
I'm always missing something.
I don't know.
that everyone else just
It's not
gets.
fluid,
The heart
right?
of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while
So,
struggling with
fuck.
loss and grief.
I don't know.
And
It
it's
looks
rooted in
sick.
the characters' relationships,
Like,
both to each
you
other
can't
and
deny
to
that.
themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me.
Is that
What are
Robin
we gonna do?
Pattinson?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters
She kinda
have
looks
their
like
own
the
motivations
Fable
and
girl.
perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested
Yeah,
in
then
the
that
expedition,
dude,
even if they
Ben
fight
Starr,
often.
looks like
To them, the
Robert
mission is tied
Pattinson.
not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency.
Oh, maybe she doesn't.
You know
That's not the Fable girl.
Contrast
That
that
was like,
with
that's
Ciel,
the Fable
whose
girl.
darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one
Or kind of like
It's something
partially like Kay. That's her name, right? From Outlaws.
And Maël, who cares more about really living
I
life than
am
just living
so happy as well that a game
Really?
does not look like fucking Fortnite,
all dark.
right? Like,
Along the way, they meet various colorful
it looks
NPCs
realistic
and recruit
enough. It has like
friendly but
cartoony
kind,
elements, but
bloodthirsty
it's not
and
Fortnite-ified like
As a
Dragon
mechanic
Dragon
that can
Age
turn into
or
enemies he defeats.
fucking whatever online bullshit game coming out.
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jest Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form
What
of
is this
meditation.
music? What?
They are sometimes sort of ridiculous.
I'm always down for
Many of their gestures
horns, you
across the
know.
game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
Huh.
And if you bring him back his special stones,
Cool.
you can unlock abilities for him
And he's
access
like
new
your
areas of
Appa.
the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will
I
really
think it looks sick. I don't know, man. Turn-based, we'll see.
We had a clear vision
I like
for on-take and
Pokemon.
generous
I
core
don't
gameplay.
like,
Our reactive
you
turn-based
know,
system takes the
Final
traditional
Fantasy
turn-based
X.
battle mechanic we love
No
and adds
offense to
real-time
Final Fantasy
reaction,
X. So we'll see, you know.
which gives combat
I think the
greater
character
intensity
art
and
in these
dynamism.
monsters look
During enemy turns,
sick as
you can
hell.
negate all damage by dodging or parrying.
Some of the
directly.
UI elements I could take or leave, right?
But balancing
Like I don't
turn-based
need
with
character
real-time
faces down there
mechanics
like
took a
that.
long time to
Those
get
look
right.
kind of weird.
During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too
Some
hard.
of the numbers
Some of us
look
are
weird.
Still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done
It's
a lot
like
of
American
rebalancing
comic
since,
books
and
mixed
a lot
with
of iteration, we ultimately came
French
up with a formula that we're
JRPG.
proud of. Players who are good at
Is what it
real-time can
reminds
take
me
more
of.
risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula.
But then you
is
got
in
like
many
Witcher
ways you
elements
can
mixed in
customize
with
your
it too.
character.
I like the vibes fucking weird and cool.
Mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our
I get
philosophy is
super
making
French.
every type of playstyle viable, so
JRPG
everyone
my
can have
ass.
fun with how they play.
Right.
Each character has a unique mechanic. Male switches between stances,
I don't know
which
what to
can
do with my
ultimately
hands.
boost defense or
That's what
power.
the guy's vibe is
I
right now.
personally like
It's
to
like
make
this.
Mal the protector of the group, but
I can't.
I'm pretty
You're
much
too
the
close
one
to me. I
at the studio
can't. I
who plays
can't
that
use
way.
my whole range of
Most
motion,
people play
man.
her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called
Okay.
Lumina.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can
You
gain
just
through
said that.
Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestural Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun
Gestural
break.
Village.
We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar.
Yeah.
Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like. The Gestral Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Gestral.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing
It being
that I absolutely
French,
wanted to bring back from
we
older
can
JRPGs.
we can
A feature
extrapolate
we really loved, but it's very rare these days.
that
A
it's not
completely
going to be a
3D
serious
and
game.
navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need Eske's help traveling around. We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
Okay.
We've poured
Why does
our
it have to be
hearts
turn-based,
and
though?
souls into this game
damn it.
for the past 4 years.
I want to fight these things like a Souls.
That's why we're
fucking
delighted to announce
Ugh.
that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish
There it
the
is,
game
Game
and
Pass,
follow us for more
boy.
info.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team.
Another
It's
big
our
get.
debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story,
Wonder-
our world, and our take on the turn-based genre.
Who's publishing? Is Xbox publishing
Everyone
this
at Sunfall, thank you
as
for
well?
joining us.
The Ninja Gaiden and them publishing is kind of fucking crazy. I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy.
Tomorrow comes.
What's this say? They're not publishing. Huh. Doom Eternal. I don't know, maybe we won't get one more. Maybe this is it. Let's see. Sticking with the soundtrack. Mick Gordon is not on this one.
Hello, and welcome to
Because
Dallas,
of the
Texas, home
weird
of id
falling
Software.
out. I don't
More
know
than
what
30 years ago,
the deal
small
is.
team
I
of
think
indie
that has more to
developers
do with
helped define
Bethesda
and
than
set a
id.
course for first-person shooters.
Or
A lot has
ZeniMax.
changed since then, But our team is as
And, like,
passionate as ever.
his
And the
payout.
most important values at the core of our games, innovation,
You know,
craftsmanship, and
that
performance,
sucks.
remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise.
I'm
It is an
excited for a
honor to work on this
medieval
game, to carry
Doom,
on each
dude.
tradition
What the
of
fuck?
creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid, I mouthed the words.
Fuck yeah, dude.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations.
I always wonder, like,
powerful weapons
you
to
know,
unlock, and
there's people just working, right? They're working at their computer. The office is pretty hushed, right? It's not a loud place. People are like working on builds and doing drawings and stuff like that. So you have these videos being shot in the middle, and this guy's just like projecting because he's using a microphone, you know, in the middle of it. It's like, what the fuck? Dude, shut up. I'm trying to work.
But still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again.
The fucking huge ass golems, dude. The Titans.
Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an
They're called Titans, right?
tools and new mechanics to master.
They're like dead all over the first game.
The shield saw.
So it's cool that like they're just we're in medieval times, so like they're alive. They're just battling it out. You know? That's so sick.
It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Oh. Alright. We got a parry, dude?
And the shield saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created.
It's like opposite Bloodborne, right?
If you're gonna stand and fight, then you're gonna have something to follow up that opening parry with.
You're fucking parrying with your shield and then using a gun to blow them back instead of parrying with a gun. Oh, you got it.
3 melee options that are part of a melee system.
The melee is sick. I like the melee.
And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons.
I'll probably still stick with guns. If you give me the option of gun, I'll choose gun.
From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel
I do like my katanas and
smashing
stuff.
your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh yeah.
The trigger.
The grapple. What the fuck?
That's right, we've saved the best for last.
BFG.
Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've
No,
ever
that's not
created.
too small for a BFG.
Mean. Ancient.
I want to see the grapple. I mean, we already know. I guess we've seen the grapple in the first one, right? Or not the first one, the second one. What's the one? That one has a grapple. Just this one, the grapple. I remember like. I don't know. Maybe it was like more dynamic. I really stuck out. So I guess it's
So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
It looks great. It looks like more Doom. That's all you could ask for. I mean, obviously there's new things, but you're not straying so far off the path where it's unrecognizable, right? This looks like the next iteration on this series of Doom. We're not like regressing in speed or something like that. We're not trying to like
for the first time in an id game,
slow it down like Doom 3 would, you know, right?
With a new difficulty
back of the day
and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers. And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer.
Doom for all Slayers.
We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building. It's
hell yeah.
And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists.
Fuck
and
yeah.
If that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
What?
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in.
All right.
The combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that
fucking layer, dude.
That fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game.
Fuck yeah.
Discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources.
Swimming.
You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once
War
you've
and
broken the enemy
riches.
assault,
Fuck yeah,
head
dude.
back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Titans are cool.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete.
Making a point not to
the story of Doom:
it's
The
not
Dark
Mick
Ages,
Gordon.
like everything
We
else
know
in the
you.
game,
You're wondering who's gonna do it.
It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your
It's a
power
fucking
is
lair.
coveted by your
Dragon
enemies
shit
and
is
withheld
so
from your
cool.
allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an
How is
action
their old
story worthy
allies?
of the Slayer's
It's medieval
legend.
times.
We've got 10
Is
years
this one of those
making
things where, like,
modern-day
technically
games
it's
together. And we've
medieval
done better
times,
with
but it's still,
every
like,
game we've made.
the future? It's, like, so future that society has regressed back into the medieval era.
And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide.
It's the whole
When
team
Doom the
walking
Dark
through.
Ages
Oh, yeah.
releases.
What did they say? It's May? Yeah, May 15th. Cool. Cool. One more? One more? One more? No.
You will feel like the super weapon in the center
May
of the
15th.
medieval war against.
Thanks for watching. Cool beans. Cool beans. 4 games. I think all of those looked great. Hell yeah, Xbox. We got really in depth in there. The pacing was, you know, it was fine. It was just deep dives. We knew that going in. A shadow drop. We did get a secret 5th game technically with a shadow drop of a remaster of Ninja Gaiden 2 with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Ninja Gaiden 4. Holy shit. Platinum coming in with the support in combat. You can tell. It definitely looks like a Metal Gear Rising Revengeance style kind of game. I dig it. I'm excited. It is weird at first to think about there is another Ninja Gaiden game, but 2D Ninja Gaiden hasn't been around for 30 years. It's been a long time since we've gotten a 3D Ninja Gaiden as well. I couldn't even tell you when Ninja Gaiden 3 came out. I don't remember. And then there was that Yaiba game that was like really bad. Is that technically 3? I don't know. And then there's like Sigma and all those that I was talking about earlier. But yeah, it's really cool. We got a new character. I from what I understand, this is the same character, Yakuma, as the other game. They look similar. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I could be completely wrong on that. But it looks great. I'm excited. Fall of 2025. Next was South of Midnight. South of Midnight looks great. I am skeptical, though, of some of the choices. Like I said, there's a lot of indie motifs that scare me. It's definitely like a budgetary thing. Obviously, you don't want to spend several $100 million on South of Midnight. It just wouldn't make sense, you know. It's not that type of game. It's only going to sell, you know, like a few 100,000 copies, maybe $1 million. It's going to be a Game Pass, you know. It's going to be one for the Game Pass. It's going to be great. All these coming to Game Pass that's a score right there, right? You know, good on them for focusing on what's coming to their platform. Like, that's what they need to focus on with these. But, yeah, the combat arenas scare me. It's not my... I don't need to wear these headphones. I'm just chilling with it in my ear. They scare me. It's not what I would like in a game that is focused on combat. I know it has a lot more with the movement and stuff like that. So I would like to use that in the combat, right? Like, make it hitting the mic, make it more open and shit. But you know, it is what it is. Fuck the haters. They are critiquing the game for the wrong reason. I imagine so. I already know what the discourse is without having to look on Twitter in the comments or whatever. Fuck them, dumb cunts. What the fuck? I can't believe that things have deduced to such a we hate woman. Fucking A, dude. The game looks great. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them to get a win. You know, this isn't gonna be a game of the year contender either. You know, I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting Breath of the Wild or anything like that, right? This is gonna be a solid 8 out of 10 game on Game Pass. Lower budget, still gonna impress. The art style looks amazing. I love the vibe. It's very homey for me. The Claire Obscura 30 Expedition 33. That name is terrible. It is. There's a lot happening with that game. I don't know if it is more than the sum of its parts, right? They're going for the JRPG thing, but it's far removed from that aesthetic. It's definitely not a JRPG, right? Even though that's what they're inspired by, just because it's turn-based. A lot of games are turn-based now. But the turn-based combat looks cool. I'm worried it's more flash than expertly crafted combat. This is their first studio, right? Dudes are quitting their job to work on this game. Like I said, with indie studio, I don't get that. Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying right there? They came to me, and then they were like, here's this game, and I quit my job the next day, and I could survive, right? Some people are better off and have money saved or whatever, but that seems crazy. That just be like, yeah, dude, I'm just gonna wing it. I don't know, man. That's crazy. It's also a pretty high budget game. Like, there's a lot of voice acting. We have some bigger names. Ben Starr is the lead. But there's definitely some bigger names. I don't know the full extent of the cast. I'm sure it's out there by now. Especially now that we've heard other voices. But yeah, dude, I don't know. The art style is amazing. I think it looks really good. The UI is kind of hit or miss. There's a lot of different types of UI. So I don't know. It seems like they're going for the Persona metaphor thing, but they're like half-assing it with like also Witcher style stuff. You know, like it's a mix. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I don't remember the date for that. That also feels like fall. And South of Midnight, was that June? It feels like a June game. I could be completely wrong about that. But then we got one in May with Doom Eternal, or The Dark Ages. Fuck, dude. Doom the Dark Ages. And May 15th. Also on Game Pass. This is the game that we've probably known the most, because it's the third one in this series, right? We know it's going to play like Doom. It looks like it plays like Doom. There are a lot of differences. I don't know how I feel about the melee stuff. Like, the melee looks like hit or miss. It's not my favorite. It's not fluid. It's very tanky. It's very like stop and go kind of melee, even though like Doom's all about speed. It still feels like it slows your momentum down to do one of those melee moves. But it looks great. It looks gory. It looks sick. The monster designs look dope. Titan fights, dude, and your fucking giant mech fights as the Doomslayer. That's really cool. Like I said, there's like the bodies of those things everywhere in the first game, and for them to be here and like, walking about and you can do something about it, dude. That's cool. And then there's dragon fights, which is just out of nowhere. But it makes sense where you have this medieval setting. Why not give you a medieval dragon? And it looks really good. We'll see once we actually get your hands on it, right? But, what a cool, weird idea for the Doom game. Nobody expected Dragonflight in the Doom game. Like, full-out dogfights. Almost reminiscent of, like, I don't know, I guess, like, the Kingdom Hearts 3 gummy ship fights, right? It's, like, kind of reminds me of, maybe it won't be as static as some of those fights, but, that was really fucking cool. I did not expect that. Just it being so open too, and then like having, boss fights scattered, that's something that sings to my heart. Same thing with Claire Obscura, right? Just like there being hidden bosses around the map, and like you gotta do weird puzzles or like go out of the range, right? And like go to every corner of the map and like actually look for shit, and you can find some really hard ass shit out there. I love that, dude. That's so cool. Yeah. This was a good one. These developer directs, I feel like, have been kind of hit or miss, I feel like pacing wise they have gotten better since the first couple, with like the weird, this is what we just show you on these dates, like there was that was weird. But having these deep dives on these games, I definitely appreciate. I definitely would have liked to see more, but we focused on Game Pass games specifically, which was my biggest complaint of the last one. Was we have all of these games, but none of them are supporting the platform that you're trying to pitch to me. So therefore I unsubscribed from Game Pass, and I have been for a while, right? Because like other than Indiana Jones and Stalker, I was kind of like whatever. I don't have a Xbox Series X right now. I'm using a 1S to record the YouTube video. I have a PS5 because PlayStation 5 was putting out exclusives. They're not anymore. First party exclusives, that is. But Silent Hill 2, Demon's Souls, like Stellar Blade, Black Myth, Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate came to Xbox later. But still, So Xbox fucking bam, we got it. Game Pass. That's what we need to focus on. It doesn't even need to be first party. It doesn't need to be exclusives. But if it's coming to Game Pass, it's a fucking win for your platform, right? It all depends also on how expensive it is, right? Because if you keep going the Netflix route where they're again raising up the subscription costs because they have Stranger Things season whatever the fuck and Squid Games I was gonna say Suicide Games, Squid Games, they're raising the price again because it's another year and blah blah blah. But if they can keep their price at a reasonable price and do nothing but support the platform that they're trying to pitch to you, then that's all that matters. And whether you're playing it on a box, a phone, a TV, a laptop, a PC, a fucking smart refrigerator, dude, like, it doesn't fucking matter. If it's on Game Pass, then that's the win. That's how it be nowadays. Because they can put their platform on anything now. Anything is an Xbox. As bad as that marketing ploy is, it's true. If it can run an app, it can run an Xbox game. Is where we're at. So to see all of these games coming to Xbox, this is a big win. Doom's a big one. Of course, that's gonna be the most eyes here. Ninja Gaiden's a little bit more niche, but it's been long enough where a 3D Ninja Gaiden could do extremely well. I hope it doesn't overshadow the 2D one, but 2D will usually sell less than a 3D one, just inherently. I mean, it depends on if it gets a physical rate. I imagine it gets some type of limited run thing, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, what a good show. I don't know if I'm gonna get Ninja Gaiden 2 today, but I'm kind of excited that they fucking shadow dropped that. That game looks crazy. I never got to the end of that game. I probably played like the first hour for 20 or 30 hours, you know? Like, the game's so hard. And in 2008, I would have been 11 or 12 years old at that point. 7th grade, 8th grade. Yeah, I was playing RuneScape, man, back then. That game was hard for me. Yeah, dude. Good job, Xbox. This is a good one. I can't wait to see what we have. I'd imagine their next show is, we're in January now. So we'll probably get an April show of some caliber. Another one of these 4 deep dive games. And then we'll probably have one in June for Summer Games Fest time. I'd imagine that's how it's going to roll out. We'll see. This might be the only one up until Games Fest. But because of all of these rolling out, I imagine PlayStation also has something somewhere up their sleeves to announce a few things. And the rumor is, of course, that there's another Direct coming. Pokemon Day as well. Pokemon Day is in February. There's, according to all of these Nintendo leaks, that there will be another Nintendo Switch 1 Direct in February. And that won't be the April Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So we'll see how that rolls out. But yeah, there will be plenty more reaction videos on the channel. It's a bummer that Patrick couldn't be here, but go to the podcast channel, or I'll probably upload this to the podcast channel as well. Go support the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the Mr. Ben Show channel. And you can also support my Pokemon store down below to help support the channel. Patrick, if you're watching this on the Praise the Run channel, Patrick has a store. He sells some cool shirts. He crashed his car, so that's why he hasn't been here, and we haven't recorded a podcast in the last couple of weeks. So it would support him quite a bit. But yeah, we will be back with another episode of whatever I'm playing on my channel, and then we'll be back with the podcast on the Praise the Run channel. And at some point soon, I think Patrick and I will be recording Saturday, and then with Let's Play Wise, we'll be playing Demon's Souls. And I think I want to start a Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper's on the PS5 now, dude. That's crazy. There's a couple of other games that I might play up and before that as well. But, yeah. yeah, until then, until the next episode, it's been fun, guys. It's been real. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Bye.